I'm so sorry for your loss. I know that obviously he was possibly having some issues with some people, right? Can you tell me about that?
He doesn't really tell me much about that stuff.
Morning in downtown Albuquerque, the kind where the sun hangs low and lazy, casting long shadows that hide the city's secrets. 16-year-old AJ Ruiz shuffled through a dingy back alley, apron still tied around his waist from his dishwasher gig at Lindy's Diner. He was just a kid with dreams, scraping by for his soon-to-be family, whispering promises to his pregnant girlfriend over text. But in that quiet moment, as he turned a corner, a single crack shattered the air. A bullet tore through his temple, and Jay crumpled to the pavement, blood pooling like spilled ink on a forgotten page. He never saw the face behind the trigger. Who would want to race a boy on the brink of fatherhood? That question would unravel a web of lies, betrayal, and a mother's desperate grip on her family's crumbling facade. The 911 calls flooded in like a storm. Panicked voices reporting gunfire, echoes of chaos in the alley. Patrol officers arrived to a grim tableau. Jay's lifeless body, no weapon, no ID, just the stark wound above his eye. Witnesses trickled forward, their stories fragmented but urgent. One described a light-skinned male fleeing. Another recalled weird activity, and a group of teens scattering like startled birds. A kid talking to a girl, a gunshot, then a car speeding off. Vague sketches, but enough to ignite the hunt. Detectives descended, led by the sharp-eyed Anna Brusciaga. Examining Jay's apron led them across the street to Lindy's, where the owners identified him instantly. Jay's grandfather arrived, his face etched with quiet devastation. He was involved in something, the old man murmured, voice cracking like dry earth. A friend I didn't approve of. And then the gut punch. Jay had called that morning excited. You're going to be a great grandpa. His girlfriend, 17-year-old Elizabeth Baldonado, was pregnant, waiting innocently at the grandfather's apartment, oblivious to the nightmare unfolding. Brusciaga pored over surveillance from a nearby school camera. Grainy footage captured the aftermath. A gold Toyota sedan peeling away seconds after the shot, two shadowy figures inside. A driver and a passenger. The killers had vanished, but the car was a thread to pull. Hours later, at the apartment, Elizabeth sat pale and lost, her mother, Ortiz Chavez, hovering like a shadow. He didn't tell me much, Elizabeth whispered to detectives, her hands cradling her belly instinctively. Jay had showered at 8, left for work at 10, texted until noon, then silence. But she slipped in a detail that twisted the knife. Jay and her younger brother, Angelo, had beef. They'd argued, nearly come to blows over her. They were supposed to box it out this morning, she said, eyes wide. But my brother would never. The room thickened with unspoken dread. Jay's family arrived, grief crashing like waves. Brusciaga delivered the news to his mother, her wails echoing the alley's emptiness. No leads from them. Jay was a good kid, secretive maybe, but harmless. As they wrapped up, Chavez mentioned her car, a gold Toyota sedan, broken down that morning, abandoned roadside. No plates. Brusciaga's pulse quickened. The match was too perfect, too damning. Suspicion coiled like smoke. Brusciaga returned to Chavez, voice steady but probing. Your car was used in homicide. Chavez blinked, feigned shock. It broke down. Must have been stolen. But her timeline? She'd been with Angelo at a job interview at Whataburger, then home. No gaps, she insisted. Yet witnesses had seen a young male and female in the fleeing car. Angelo and Elizabeth? The pieces fit like a puzzle from hell. Brusciaga pushed harder, her instincts screaming. Did you shoot him? Chavez's face crumpled, but her denial was soft, almost rehearsed. No, he's a baby. Detached, sorrowful. Not the fire of innocence. Something festered beneath her calm. Was she shielding her son? Or worse, covering her own tracks? Angelo's turn came at his workplace. He confirmed the feud. A fistfight dodged, tensions simmering. We were good, he shrugged, but his eyes darted. Stories aligned. Too neatly? Chavez burst in, protective fury blazing. He's not talking. She whisked him away, stonewalling further questions. Detectives seized phones, hoping digital ghosts would betray the truth. Weeks blurred into a tense vigil at the station. Texts, calls, timelines dissected. Jay's secrets unraveled. Petty dealings, perhaps, but nothing lethal. Clues circled back to Chavez's family. The car vanished like a phantom. The planned fight aborted or escalated. Elizabeth's denial rang hollow. Her pregnancy, a tragic anchor. Chavez's dark secret loomed, threatening to drown them all. As Bruciaga sifted evidence, one certainty emerged. The killer wasn't a stranger. It was family, rotten at the core, and the truth would shatter more than one life. In the end, what started as a boy's quiet walk to work exposed a mother's desperate lies, a sister's blind faith, and a brother's shadowed grudge. Jay's unborn child would grow up in the echo of that gunshot, a reminder that love and betrayal often share the same blood. The case hung open, but the alley shadows whispered justice was closing in.